Good Filipino afternoon to everybody. This is Derek with Q Adventures, and today's message is not just another update, but a heartfelt reflection and farewell. Before I begin, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you, my subscribers, my viewers, and my silent supporters who have been with me throughout these past 3 years. Whether you watched a single video, left a comment, joined us on an adventure, or shared our mission with others, you've been part of something bigger. Together, we didn't just document travel, we changed lives, we gave people hope, we built small ecosystems that continue to thrive even now. And for that, I am eternally grateful. But as with everything in life, chapters come to an end. My time in the Philippines, at least this chapter, has now closed. And while that brings a touch of sadness, it also fills me with pride and gratitude for everything we achieved along the way. When I first arrived in July of 2022, I didn't come here as a tourist looking for beaches. I didn't come here for a quick escape or for the reasons that so many foreigners often get attached to this country. I came with a very different purpose. Unlike many expats who arrive here for marriage or religious preaching, my story was rooted in something much deeper in the mid-1980s. The Philippines opened its doors to my family when we were refugees. I was just a kid back then, but I never forgot that kindness. Decades later, when I found myself with the freedom and resources to give back, I knew where I wanted to go. I did not come as a missionary. I am agnostic after all. I didn't come seeking a wife. I've always believed marriage is the prerequisite for divorce. Instead, I came here on a philanthropic mission. My goal was to find people I could mentor, people with spark and grit, and to help them unlock opportunities they never thought possible. In many ways, I came here like a recruiter or a headhunter, but instead of talent for a corporate boardroom, I was looking for talent to help build futures and maybe together an empire. Over 3 years, I've been humbled by the experiences and the lives we were able to touch. One of the most impactful moments came when we helped a dying man return home. He had been left with no family nearby, no one to care for him, and was slowly wasting away on the streets of the Philippines. Through your support, we made it possible for him to receive medical treatment and eventually pass on with dignity back in London, in a hospital, surrounded by care. That is the difference between dying in pain under the heat of the sun and leaving this world with humanity intact. Then there was the story of a little girl, just 12 years old when we met her. With mentorship and the resources we helped set up, she was able to achieve something extraordinary: financial independence at an age when most children still rely on their parents for allowance. Today, she not only funds her own private education but also pays for her younger sister's schooling. That is generational change. That is breaking cycles of poverty. And of course, there's Precious. Many of you know her story. She suffered a stroke at just 14 years old. Her family faced the impossible choice every single day. Do they spend what little they have on food for survival or on the medication she desperately needs to maintain her health? Because of the ecosystem we left behind, she continues to receive support and will continue to for as long as it takes. These are just 3 stories among many, but they represent the mission at the heart of Q Adventures. Not just giving handouts, but creating hand-ups. Not just short-term relief, but long-term change. Even as I leave the Philippines, I take pride in knowing that what we built here continues to live on. The businesses we helped start are still operating, still providing jobs, and still feeding families. The YouTube channels we nurtured are still running, still earning, and still funding education for children who might otherwise be forced to drop out. I've always believed that true success is measured not by what you accomplish for yourself, but by the systems you leave behind that continue to function without you. In that sense, I know we succeeded. But I'd be lying if I said everything was sunshine and success. Behind the camera, I also witnessed more darkness than expected. Too often, I found that people were more interested in taking a quick handout than in building a sustainable future. Too often, people wanted to steal $10 today rather than commit to work that could have earned them thousands tomorrow. It was disheartening. It was frustrating. And it revealed an uncomfortable truth. Not everyone is ready for opportunity when it arrives at their doorstep. That doesn't erase the good we accomplished, nor does it erase the gratitude I feel. But it was a sobering reminder that philanthropy is not easy, and generosity is not always met with equal effort. I chose the Philippines for deeply personal reasons, and I do not regret a moment of it. But as life moves in cycles, my time here had come to a close. Opportunities are waiting elsewhere, and if I am to continue this mission of building and expanding, I must move on. This doesn't mean abandoning those we helped. As I said, Precious's family will continue to receive financial support. The businesses will continue to run. The children will continue their education. The system is built, and it is strong enough to outlast my physical presence here. So where does that leave Q Adventures? It leaves us in transition. As we rebrand, you notice that many of our old videos will be removed. This isn't because we're ashamed of them, far from that, but because I want to build a consistent theme and identity for the channel as we move forward. Our mission hasn't changed. We are still here to document journeys, to share stories of transformation, and to prove that opportunity exists if you're willing to grab it. But the stage is shifting. The next chapter may not be in the Philippines, but rest assured, it will be just as impactful. One chapter closes, a whole new book begins, and I want you to be a part of it. As I sign off from the Philippines, I feel nothing but gratitude. Gratitude to this country for once sheltering my family when we had nowhere to go. Gratitude to the people who stood by me during this 3-year mission. Gratitude to the viewers and subscribers who made it possible for us to help others. To those we touched directly, the man we helped pass on with dignity, the young girl who now funds her education, Precious, and her family, and many others. Your stories will always remain a part of Q Adventures. To those who supported us silently, thank you for giving me the strength to keep going even on the hard days. And to those who doubted us, criticized us, or even tried to take advantage of us, you too were a part of the journey. You reminded me that change is never easy, that generosity will always be tested, and that only those truly ready to rise will seize the opportunities offered. So here I am, closing this chapter with pride, humility, and hope for what's next. Thank you once again for 3 unforgettable years. I hope to see familiar names in the comments as we begin this next adventure together. Q out.
Sana all. Bye. Bye.
I know he's gonna fart. Please like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell, please.